At 8 p.m., I hit publish, and my sister's world started to burn. I'm Elara Vance, 28 years old. While my tech mogul sister Serafina was on stage accepting an award for her genius platform, millions of people were discovering the truth. I had just released the proof. Her entire multi-million-dollar company was a lie, built on the stolen work of our grandmother. They called me the unstable black sheep, the family failure. They were about to find out what a failure could do with the truth. Before I tell you how it all went down, drop a comment and where you're watching from. And if you've ever been the underestimated one, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, because you're gonna want to see how this perfect empire comes crashing down. I grip the steering wheel, my knuckles white against the cracked leather. The coastal fog of Blackwood Harbor, Massachusetts, clings to my windshield like a shroud, blurring the Vance Estate's iron gates ahead. Home. The word tastes like ash. I haven't been back in years, not since I lost my museum job in Boston, and the world decided I was the family failure. 28, unemployed, crawling back to the place that always made me feel small. The gates creak open, and I ease my beat-up sedan down the gravel drive. The estate looms through the mist, salt-weathered stone, ivy choking the gables, a monument to old New England money. My sister Serafina's Tesla gleams in the courtyard, a silent brag. She's here, of course, for her big night. The launch of Etheria Designs, her architectural education platform that's got venture capitalists throwing millions at her. My stomach twists. I'm not here for her. I'm here because I have nowhere else to go. Inside, the foyer smells of polished wood and my mother's lavender perfume. Helen Vance, in a tailored silk dress, barely looks up from her phone. "Elara, you're late," she says, her voice sharp. "The guests are arriving. Try not to embarrass us." My father, Richard, hovers nearby, adjusting his cufflinks. He offers a weak smile, but his eyes slide away. Always the peacemaker, never the protector. The ballroom is a circus of wealth. Crystal chandeliers, champagne flutes, tech moguls in bespoke suits. Serafina holds court at the center, her laugh bright, her blonde hair catching the light like a halo. She's 32, a CEO, an influencer, a goddess in an emerald gown. I linger by the wall, my thrift store blazer itching, my dark curls frizzing in the humidity. I'm invisible here, just like always. Then it happens. Serafina's on the stage, mid-speech, live-streaming to her millions of followers. Her voice is honey, selling Etheria as the future of design. The lights flicker, a breaker trips, the livestream stutters, and for a split second, her perfect mask slips. The crowd murmurs, but she recovers, laughing it off. "Just a little coastal charm," she quips. They eat it up. Later, in a quiet corner, she finds me. Her smile is gone, her eyes cold. "You," she hisses, "your negative energy, Elara. Your chaos. You jinxed this." I blink, stunned. It's absurd, but her words cut deep, slicing open old wounds. Before I can respond, my mother's there, her hand on Serafina's arm. "She's right, darling," Helen says to her, then turns to me. "Can't you just be happy for your sister? Why must you always make things difficult?" My father shuffles over, a drink in hand, avoiding my gaze. "Let's not make a scene," he mutters. The weight of their judgment crashes down, familiar and crushing. I'm the black sheep, the problem. The one who ruins everything. My throat burns, but I don't cry. Not here. I turn and flee, the ballroom's laughter chasing me into the fog. My guest room is a time capsule of rejection. Bare walls, a sagging mattress, boxes of my old life stacked in the corner. It's not a bedroom, it's a storage unit for the Elara they wish I wasn't. I sit on the floor, the parties hum distant through the walls, and try to breathe. Serafina's accusation echoes. Chaos. My mother's words sting worse. Difficult. I'm not enough. I've never been enough. I unpack to distract myself, pulling out a box labeled Grandma Eleanor. My grandmother was the only one who ever saw me, really saw me. An architect, brilliant but forgotten, she'd sketch with me for hours, her hands steady, her voice warm. She died when I was 16, and the family buried her memory like they're trying to bury mine. I lift out her old fountain pen, sleek and heavy. It's silver-worn smooth. It feels like her, like a piece of her strength. Curious, I twist the cap, expecting nostalgia. Instead, the base unscrews, revealing a hidden compartment. My breath catches. Inside is a tightly rolled scrap of paper and a small brass key. The note in Eleanor's elegant script reads, "A foundation must be true. They tried to bury mine. Don't let them bury yours. Trust the plans, EV." The key is ornate, unfamiliar, not for any door in this house. My pulse quickens. This isn't just a keepsake, it's a message, meant for me. I clutch the pen, my mind racing. Eleanor was always cryptic, her mind a maze of ideas. But this feels urgent, like she knew I'd need it now. The key is a puzzle, and puzzles were her language. I dig through the box, hoping for more, but find only her old sketchbooks, filled with designs I used to trace as a kid. The key doesn't fit anything obvious. No jewelry box, no desk drawer. I'm about to give up when I remember the attic, where the family shoved her things after she died. If there's an answer, it's there. I slip upstairs, the house creaking under my steps. The attic is a graveyard of dust and shadows, smelling of mildew and time. I push past crates and moth-eaten rugs until I spot it. Her architect's flat file cabinet covered in a faded sheet. My heart pounds as I kneel beside it. The key fits a lock in the base, opening a hidden drawer with a soft click. Inside are blueprints, a handwritten curriculum, pages of her philosophy on design. I run my fingers over her signature and a chill hits me. These ideas, these words, they're the backbone of Etheria Designs. Serafina's empire is built on my grandmother's work. The attic feels like a tomb, the air thick with betrayal. I sit cross-legged, surrounded by Eleanor's blueprints, their edges brittle but their vision alive. Her curriculum is meticulous, dated years before Serafina even touched tech. The parallels to Etheria aren't just close, they're identical. Design exercises, philosophies, even specific examples. My sister didn't just borrow an idea, she stole a legacy. My legacy. Anger burns, but doubt creeps in. Serafina's untouchable, a star. I'm the unstable one, the family's cautionary tale. If I accuse her, they'll laugh me out of the room. I need proof, something undeniable. My phone buzzes, a text from Chloe, my old college friend, now a tech journalist in Boston. Heard you're back home. You okay? I hesitate, then send her photos of the curriculum, careful to blur Eleanor's name. Can you look into Etheria's origins, discreetly? Her reply is quick. Whoa, this is wild, I'll dig, hang in there. For the first time in days, I feel a spark of hope. I spend hours in the attic, photographing every page, my hands shaking. This is bigger than me. It's about Eleanor, about truth. But the house has ears. I'm tucking the blueprints back when my father appears, a decanter of brandy in hand. Elara, what are you doing up here? His voice is too smooth, his eyes darting to the cabinet. Before I can answer, he stumbles, deliberately. I realize later, spilling brandy over Eleanor's journals, the ink blurs, her words dissolving. Oh, damn it, he says, his apology polished but hollow. Clumsy me. I want to scream, but I choke it down, salvaging what I can. The damage is done. Key dates, her creative process gone. My evidence is crumbling, and so is my resolve. Back in my room, Chloe's emails shift. It's a stretch, Elara. Serafina's team is airtight. Are you sure this isn't personal? Her words echo my family's narrative. I'm irrational, obsessed. I stare at the fountain pen, Eleanor's note blurring through tears. Don't let them bury yours, but what if I'm wrong? What if I'm the chaos they say I am? I curl up on the bed, the key cold in my palm. I'm alone, outmatched, a speck against Serafina's empire. The family's voices circle in my head, difficult, negative, unstable. I want to give up, to disappear. But Eleanor's words anchor me, a lifeline in the dark. She trusted me with this, I can't let her down. Not yet. I wake to the sound of rain battering the estate, my head thick with. Eleanor's fountain pen sits on the nightstand, its weight a quiet accusation. I've got her blueprints, her note, her key, but it's not enough. Serafina's empire is a fortress, and I'm just a ghost with a grudge. Chloe's last email stings. Elara, I'm trying, but this feels like a reach. Your sister's a genius. Maybe let it go? I want to trust her, but her words mirror my mother's, my father's, the family's chorus. I'm the problem. Always seeing shadows where there's light. I drag myself to the attic, the only place that feels safe. The brandy-soaked journals are ruined, their pages stuck together like a wound that won't heal. I salvage what I can, transcribing fragments onto my laptop, but it's slow, agonizing work. Every creak of the house makes me jump, expecting my father's fake apologies or my mother's sharp tongue. I'm paranoid. I'm starting to hate myself. Then, a new blow. I'm scanning a blueprint when my phone pings, a notification from Etheria Designs' social media. Serafina's posted a video, radiant in her Boston office, announcing a new scholarship in her name. The comments are a flood of worship. Visionary! You're changing lives! I scroll, my chest tight, and see a reply from Chloe's account. Inspiring as always, Sarah, keep shining. My stomach drops. Chloe's not just doubting me, she's cheering for my sister. The betrayal cuts deeper than I expect, a knife twisting in an old scar. I text her, my fingers shaking. You're working with her now? Her reply is quick, defensive. It's not like that, I'm just networking. You're taking this too personally. I stare at the screen, my hope crumbling. Chloe was my lifeline, my one ally. Now she's another voice telling me I'm wrong, unstable, the Elara they all pity. I slam the phone down, tears burning, and bury my face in my hands. The attic's shadows close in, and for the first time I wonder if they're right. Maybe I'm chasing a delusion. Maybe I'm the chaos Serafina says I am. I don't leave the attic for hours, curled up beside the cabinet, Eleanor's pen in my fist. The rain outside is relentless, mirroring the storm in my head. I'm alone, outmatched, and losing ground. Serafina's not just winning, she's erasing me, piece by piece. I'm ready to give up, to pack my things and disappear. But then I see it, a faint sketch on the cabinet's underside, Eleanor's initials carved beside a tiny, hidden panel. It's a reminder, she hid things for a reason. She trusted me. I can't quit now, not when I'm all she has left. The next morning, I'm hollow. But Eleanor's sketch gives me a spark. I can't fight Serafina alone, not without proof that sticks. I dig through my laptop, searching for anything tied to my grandmother's work. An old article mentions her attorney, Jacob Cohen, a semi-retired lawyer in Boston. It's a long shot, but it's all I've got. I grab the pen, the key, and my scans of the blueprints, then drive through the rain to his office, a cramped storefront wedged between a deli and a laundromat. Cohen's in his 60s, wiry, with sharp eyes behind bifocals. His desk is a mess of legal pads and coffee mugs. Miss Vance, he says, barely looking up, I don't do family disputes anymore. I slide the pen and key across his desk, my voice steady despite the knot in my chest. This isn't about family, it's about Eleanor Vance. His hands pause, and he meets my gaze. I show him the blueprints, the curriculum, the note. His expression shifts, curiosity, then recognition, then something like grief. He leans back, rubbing his jaw. Your grandmother was a force. Brilliant, stubborn, she came to me years ago, worried her work would be stolen. He unlocks a safe, pulling out a yellow document, Eleanor's original will. It names me as the heir to her intellectual property, every sketch, every idea. My throat tightens, she chose me, even then. But Cohen's not done. He produces another will, dated weeks before her death, leaving everything to Serafina. Your father brought this to me, he says. Claimed Eleanor changed her mind. I didn't buy it. The signature's too perfect, like it was traced. I stare at the forged will, my pulse hammering. This isn't just theft, it's a crime, a betrayal that runs deeper than I imagined. My father, the man who avoids conflict, helped bury Eleanor's legacy. Cohen leans forward, his voice low. If you're serious, we can fight this, but it's ugly and it's public. You ready for that? I nod, gripping the pen like a lifeline. For the first time, I'm not alone. Cohen's gruff kindness, his belief in Eleanor, shields me from the storm. I'm still broken, but I'm not defeated. Back at the estate, I hide the documents in a locked box under my bed. The house feels different now, like a battlefield. My mother's in the kitchen, planning another gala for Serafina. She doesn't ask where I've been, just sighs when I pass. My father's in his study, his door closed. I don't confront them, not yet. Cohen's words echo, we can fight this. I'm starting to believe him. I'm starting to believe in myself. Cohen connects me with a cybersecurity investigator, a woman named Lena with a no-nonsense vibe and a laptop full of secrets. We meet in a Boston diner, rain streaking the windows. Lena's already dug into Etheria's digital footprint, and what she finds makes my blood run cold. Serafina didn't just steal Eleanor's ideas. She erased her. University archives, obscure architectural databases, even my own college projects based on Eleanor's style. Gone. Scrubbed by a dark web contractor. Lena shows me encrypted emails, a trail leading to Serafina's team. This wasn't an accident, Lena says, it was surgical. Then the gut punch. Lena uncovers messages between Serafina and Chloe. My friend has been feeding my sister every move I've made, every photo I sent, every doubt I shared. Chloe's betrayal isn't just personal, it's a cog in Serafina's machine, keeping her one step ahead. I feel sick, my trust shattered. The diner's fluorescent lights buzz and I want to scream, to break something. But Lena's steady gaze grounds me. You've got the evidence now, she says. Use it. I drive back to Blackwood Harbor, the rain a relentless drum. The estate feels like a prison, every room tainted by lies. I avoid my family, locking myself in my room to pore over Lena's files. The scope of Serafina's plan is staggering. She didn't just steal Eleanor's work, she rewrote history, erasing us both to build her myth. I'm at my lowest, betrayed by my friend, my father, my sister. The world feels rigged against me, but Lena's words stick. Use it. I open my laptop and start drafting a plan, my hands steady for the first time in weeks. I'm not just fighting for Eleanor anymore. I'm fighting for myself. The estate is a pressure cooker, every glance from my family laced with suspicion. I keep my head down, my laptop hidden, my heart pounding. Lena's evidence burns a hole in my resolve, Serafina's digital erasure, Chloe's betrayal, my father's forged will. It's not just about Eleanor anymore, it's about me, about clawing my name back from the shadows. Cohen and Lena helped me craft a plan, not for revenge, but for truth. I'm no tech mogul, no influencer. I'm an architectural historian, and I'll fight with what I know: precision, history, and the unshakable foundation of Eleanor's work. I spend days in my room building an online exhibition, The Unseen Foundations, the architectural legacy of Eleanor Vance. It's not a takedown, not a screaming accusation. It's a love letter to my grandmother. High-resolution scans of her blueprints, excerpts from her surviving journals, photos of her sketches, all time-stamped and verified. I pour myself into it, every click a defiance of the family's narrative. Lena secures the site against hacks, and Cohen lines up a list of tech journalists, art historians, and architectural critics to receive the link. Even Chloe, desperate to save her career, flips on Serafina and agrees to share it. I don't trust her, but I'll use her. The night of the Boston Tech Innovators Gala arrives, a glittering event where Serafina's set to deliver the keynote. I'm not there. I'm in a coffee shop across town, my laptop open, my stomach in knots. At 7:55 p.m., Cohen's process server slips backstage and hands Serafina a cease and desist letter, paired with a federal copyright infringement notice. I imagine her face, that perfect mask cracking, but I don't have time to savor it. At 8 p.m. sharp, I hit publish. The exhibition goes live and the curated list gets the link. My phone buzzes. Lena's text, "It's out. Brace yourself." I refresh the site, watching the visitor count climb. Hundreds, then thousands. Social media erupts, hashtags like Eleanor Vance and Etheria Truth trending. I check the gala's live stream. Serafina's on stage, her smile tight, her voice faltering as the audience's phones glow with my sight. They're not listening to her, they're reading Eleanor's words, seeing her designs. A journalist in the crowd tweets a blueprint, captioning it, "Is Etheria a fraud?" The auditorium hums with whispers, a scandal unfolding in real time. Serafina stumbles over her speech, her charm crumbling. For the first time she's not in control, and I'm not invisible. I lean back, my hands trembling. It's not victory, not yet, but it's power. Mine, Eleanor's, ours. The coffee shop's chatter fades and I feel her with me, her steady hand on my shoulder. I've built something true and no one can bury it now. The fallout is a hurricane. By morning, Etheria's investors freeze funding, and the media descends like vultures. Headlines scream, "Tech darling's empire built on stolen legacy?" Serafina's team scrambles, issuing vague statements about inspiration and oversights, but the evidence is ironclad. My site crashes twice from traffic, but Lena keeps it running. I stay holed up in the coffee shop, ignoring calls from my mother, who leaves voicemails dripping with panic. "Elara, what have you done? We're a family." I delete them. Family doesn't forge wills, family doesn't erase you. Back at the estate, it's chaos. My father tries to corner me in the foyer, his face gray, his voice low. "We can fix this, Elara, let's talk." I brush past him, my heart cold. He's not my ally. He's part of the lie. My mother's worse, her eyes red from crying, her words sharp. "You've ruined us. For what, some old papers?" I don't answer. I pack my things, the fountain pen tucked in my pocket, and leave Blackwood Harbor for a cheap motel in Boston. I need space to breathe. Cohen calls with an offer from Serafina's lawyers, $5 million for my silence, an NDA to bury the truth. I meet him at his office, the check sitting on his desk like a bribe from a stranger. "It's a lot of money," he says, his tone neutral. "But it's your call." I pick up the check, my fingers steady, and tear it in half. "I don't want their hush money," I say. "I want my grandmother's name back." Cohen nods, a flicker of pride in his eyes. Then we go to court. The lawsuit is grueling, a 6-month marathon of depositions, headlines, and late-night doubts. Serafina fights dirty, her team painting me as a jealous, unstable sister. Some believe them. I'm not a saint, and my past isn't spotless. But Eleanor's work speaks louder than their lies. The blueprints, the curriculum, the forged will, they're undeniable. Lena's digital evidence seals it, tracing Serafina's erasure to her inner circle. Chloe testifies against her, her career in tatters, her apologies hollow. I don't forgive her, but I don't need to. I'm not fighting for her. In the end, we win. The court awards me substantial damages for intellectual property theft and fraud, enough to change my life. Serafina's empire doesn't collapse. Etheria limps on under new management, but her reputation is ashes. She retreats from the spotlight, her social media silent. My parents don't reach out. I don't expect them to. Some bridges are better burned. I used the money to start the Eleanor Vance Foundation for Architectural Integrity, a non-profit to support young, unrecognized designers. It's not about me, it's about the ones like Eleanor, whose brilliance was buried. The foundation's launch is quiet, held in a small Boston gallery, but the room is packed with architects, students, and historians. I give a short speech, my voice steady, the fountain pen in my pocket like a talisman. This is for those who build in silence, I say. Your work matters, you matter. The applause is warm, real, and for the first time I feel seen not as the black sheep but as Elara Vance, whole. Months later, I'm in my own studio. A sunlit space I designed in a converted warehouse. The walls are lined with sketches. Mine, Eleanor's, and new ones from the Foundation's fellows. I'm working on a community center project, my drafting table covered in plans. The fountain pen rests beside me, its weight a reminder of where I've been. I don't look back at Blackwood Harbor, at the family who tried to break me. I don't need their approval anymore. Outside, Boston hums with life, horns honking, gulls crying, the city alive with possibility. I step onto my balcony, the breeze carrying the salt of the harbor. I'm not healed, not completely. Some scars don't fade, but I'm building, one true foundation at a time. Eleanor's with me, in every line I draw, every dream I chase. I'm not the outcast anymore, I'm the architect of my own future, and it's enough. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been labeled the black sheep or made to feel small, remember this: your worth is not determined by the roles others assign you. My family tried to bury my grandmother's legacy and mine along with it, but I learned that truth is its own foundation. Trust your instincts. Fight for your story. Don't let anyone's narrative of you become your reality. The most important structure you will ever build is your own self-worth, one true piece at a